Sorry about that. iTunes likes to do this cool thing now where I reached the end of the acoustic stuff, and then I tried to switch to the real music playlist, and it doesn't. It just freezes. It did that. I had a Patreon stream yesterday, and it did the exact same thing. Oh man, what's up, everybody? You know who I am. I know who you are. We'll cut the introductions short today. Smash Ultimate is coming out tomorrow. Who's stoked? Because I know I am. I am super pumped. That's why I'm doing this stream today. Because I was going to do it on Friday. I was like, I'm not going to do this stream on Friday. Let's be real. A lot of you probably want to play Smash all day tomorrow. I want to play Smash all day tomorrow. So we're going to do the stream today. December 6th. Man, I'm pumped, guys. This close. Just a few more hours away until I finally get Wolf back. It's going to be so good. Oh, then I got to unlock him, I guess. Oh, man. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far today. I know I am. Always am. Always happy to talk to you guys. So, if you're new to these live stream Q&A news sessions, I'm going to go over some news first, and then I'll take questions for a very long time. We tend to go for over an hour on the question part. So, if you don't get your question in, or if I don't see it, you know, chat moves so fast. I can only see so many at a time. There is the Ask Jonny channel on Discord. I'll talk about that more in a second. But you can ask me questions there as well if you need to. So let's go ahead and get to this news stuff. First off, I want to thank all of you, as I always do, for helping myself and the GaMetal community have yet another phenomenal year. By the way, if the music is too loud, let me know, because I forgot to ask. Let me turn it down a little more just in case. No one's said anything, though, so I'm going to assume. Yeah, but yeah, thank you all so much for helping myself and the GaMetal community have yet another fantastic year. We started off the year with some songs, and then we had Dreamland Invasion, which has been a great success, at least in my opinion. Our top two songs from the year both come from that album, the D3 DDD medley, and Marks are our top two songs from the year, both on Dreamland Invasion. So it's been a success. I still have like a case of physicals available, so if you want to get those, GaMetal.bandcamp.com. Very cheap, $3 plus $3 shipping. Can't beat that. At least I don't think you can. Oh, what else? Oh, after that, September comes, 100,000 subscriber barrier finally broken, and even now we're up to 110,000. So we've already grown an additional 10,000 people in just 3 months. That's like 10% growth. So the channel is still growing at an awesome pace. I just can't thank you guys enough for everything you've done. Patreon is still going strong. A little bit of an increase there. I haven't been pushing the Patreon too much this year. I have a very long to-do list to get to that I'm trying to knock out before I go on the next big Patreon push. But yeah, it's still growing. We've remained pretty stable around the 1,200 per song mark. Do keep in mind I don't actually make 1,200 per song. It goes down with each song I release because people can set monthly limits, which I encourage people to do. So I'm still making a good living doing what I do now, thanks to you all. So yes, thank you. What else do we have here? If you are interested in supporting GaMetal and myself, I would greatly appreciate it if you did check out the GaMetal Patreon. Link should be in the description. It's on the description of every video. And it's also the help support GaMetal card on every video. So yeah, check that out if you can. Well, let's see. But yeah, none of this stuff would be possible without all of you. So it's not just patrons, it's not just YouTube sub, it's everyone. Everything you guys do for me on every platform, YouTube, Patreon, even the little stuff like Twitch and Twitter. All that stuff helps in the grand scheme of things. So just one last time, thank you so much. And with that, let's go ahead and get to the news portion of the stream. I don't have too much to reveal as far as big things go. I do have one cool thing for you guys, and I'll get to that in a second. But first up, let me get my icons ready. The GaMetal merchandise store is moving to Teespring. You've probably seen some YouTube channels with Teespring merchandise on their video page. There was a recent partnership made between YouTube and Teespring. So I looked into it, and they have better pricing options than TeePublic, who I was using before. The shipping for Teespring is only like $4 in US, whereas on TeePublic it was like $7. So I'm able to get you these shirts at a much better price than I was before. Because on TeePublic, if they weren't doing a flash sale, I think the shirts were like $20 or something, plus $7 shipping, which even I said at the beginning, it's kind of high for a shirt. Here on Teespring, I'm able to do these for $15.99 plus, I think, $3.99 or $4 shipping. So it all comes together at $19.99 per shirt, which I think is fair. So right now we only have the I planned on wearing the shirt, but it's in the laundry. But right now we only have the same number GaMetal number 1 design, which has the GaMetal Mage with the Boutar, made by Gavin McLean. I hope I remembered your last name correct, Gavin, if you're here. Yeah, it's a pretty cool shirt. I've already been getting into contact with some of my art people, and we're going to get you some more GaMetal merchandise artwork made for different shirts and stuff, so that's going to be coming very soon. Keep your eye on the Teespring, the GaMetal Gear Teespring store. And I believe what Teespring does, it also puts stuff at the bottom of the video, from what I've seen on other channels. So that should be popping up soon. I just did this yesterday, so this is like brand new to me. That is that. Somebody just subbed to me on Twitch. That's what that noise is. Let me see. Teespring. Okay, what's the next big project for GaMetal? This isn't really too much of a secret, since we hit this goal on Patreon a very long time ago. The next big project for GaMetal is SideQuest Volume 2. That's going to be coming early 2019. This is not the official artwork, this is just the logo. Artwork still pending. That's going to be coming soon. It'll be here before the end of the first quarter of 2019. So that's the next big thing as far as big projects go. After that is Project 1, but I'll talk about that more in time. Let's get SideQuest 2 done first, and we'll talk about that. Okay. Take a quick swig. SideQuest is an album of 10 songs. They all come from the Patreon request list. When we first did SideQuest Volume 1, I'm answering, somebody asked, what is SideQuest? A Squared asked in chat. SideQuest 1 was 10 songs randomly pulled from the Patreon request list when we hit a certain milestone goal. And then I set another milestone goal for SideQuest 2, which we hit a long time ago. A long time ago. So we pulled 10 songs for that. So it's 10 random songs that are going to be on the album from different games. Whereas with like Dreamland Invasion is a tribute album, so it was all Kirby. SideQuest is all mixed. So it's like 10 different songs. You're going to be getting those songs pretty much back to back. It's going to be like a day with a song, pause, another day, pause, another day. I think that's how I did SideQuest 1. That's how we're going to do this. So you're going to have like a month of very constant uploading on the channel. So everyone wins. I believe that leaves me with my, not going to call it the biggest thing of all time, but the biggest thing in this stream to reveal for you guys. The cool thing I've been talking about. Drum roll, please. Introducing the GaMetal 2019 Song Ballot. And yes, I'm ripping this idea straight off from the Smash Ballot. So, what this is, it's a ballot that everyone can fill out for your most requested song. And I'll go ahead and pull it up for you to get a quick preview. And so I can go over what we're looking at. Let me pull it up on my screen. Uh-oh. Here we go. Alright, so this is the 2019 song ballot. Words are probably a little small, so I'll just read it for you really quick. What game song would you like to hear remixed, arranged by GaMetal? The results from this ballot will help to decide several of the song choices made in 2019. And I'll talk about that a little more after I go through this. P.S. You are still encouraged to leave song requests via comments on new GaMetal videos, as you may discover new songs that you would like to hear remixed over time. Entry deadline December 31st, 2018. Excuse me. So, song you're voting for. This is a required question. Title of the game the song appears in. Link to song. This one isn't required, but when you fill out this form, I highly recommend you do put a link to the song. Easiest option is to like get a YouTube video of the song and just post the link here. That way, because a lot of game songs, either the name isn't really set in stone or the name will be similar to a different song from the soundtrack, or it'll be the same name for a different song. So that helps me make sure that I'm hearing the right thing that you're requesting. And last but not least, why would you like to hear a GaMetal remix of this particular song? Again, not required, but this is one of the things that I like to hear about because, and I get a lot of this on, like, especially the Patreon request list, where people want to hear something because, not always because it's like a super popular song, but because a lot of times people request a song because it's something that means a lot to them from their childhood, from perhaps a game they've played, or just something that means a lot to them. And I like to read that kind of stuff. So not required, but again, I recommend you fill that out just so I can give it a read. Let me go back to my fat face. There we go. And to get all my windows back in order. Okay. I feel like I got a different window. Whatever. Okay, so this ballot is going to run till the end of the month. So you have until December 31st to fill it out. Let me go over what it's going to be used for. I already kind of gave you a broad scope. The ballot is going to influence a lot of my song choices in 2019. Obviously, whatever the most requested songs are from the ballot are pretty much going to be confirmed for 2019. But, as you might know, I'm not all about doing just what's the most requested and most popular songs at the time. I'm half about that and half about doing obscure stuff that nobody else wants to remix because they don't want the low view count on their videos, I guess. So, not only am I just going to do the most requested songs from this ballot, because, I mean, I can probably predict the top 3 or 5 right now. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to influence your vote. But I can already pretty much tell what those are going to be. But I also want to see, like, some other stuff that people don't think about remixing as much. So I really encourage you, when you do fill out this ballot, to be honest and put what you truly, truly want your #1 most wanted GaMetal song to be. Because I'm going to go over every single entry on this ballot. I don't even care if it's in the thousands. I will look, and I will read your reasons why. So, the ballot is now open. I'll go ahead and put this link in the description for you. If I can quit pushing the wrong button on my screen. And this should pop up. I don't know how quickly this pops up in the description, but it should pop up there in a second. Let me see. 2019 song ballot. Okay, that should be in the description. Like I said, if it doesn't update immediately, I think it goes pretty quick, but we'll see. Okay, minimize it. Get my screen back in order. It's all messed up. Okay. That was really the biggest thing I had to reveal for you was the song ballot. So, real quick, I'll just do a quick rundown of some other little self-promotion things, and I'll get to all your questions and start reading chat. Let's see. For that, Atmacoustics channel. I still get people every other day commenting on the Atmacoustics song videos that they didn't know this channel existed. What this is, quick description. This is where I upload my acoustic shorts that I make for the end cards and some of my patrons. The cool thing about all these tracks is, well, for one, they're pretty short. They're just quick little things. They're not made to be the most complicated acoustic arrangements of all time or anything like that. But the way I've made every song on this channel is if you download it and put it on repeat on like iTunes or whatever thing you're using to listen to it, if you put it on loop, once it hits the loop point to repeat, it should loop almost flawlessly. So you can listen to your favorite Atmacoustic songs forever until you die if you want. So that's that. Another place that not everyone knows about that I'm on is Twitch. Smash Ultimate's dropping tomorrow, so I'm going to be more active than I have been. I've been pretty inactive on Twitch lately, but with Smash Ultimate dropping tomorrow, it's definitely going to pick up a lot more than I have been. So, check me out there, and I also play some other stuff aside from Smash. Sometimes we do Jackbox games, Mario Kart, Splatoon, whatever. So if you want to play games with me in the GaMetal community, check me out on Twitch. Link should be in the description for all of this stuff, by the way. Last thing, GaMetal Discord, still going strong. Last time I checked, we were like 4 people away from the 1,000 member mark. So after the stream, we're probably going to cross that. And it's fairly active Discord. I'm there pretty much every day, all day, as long as I'm working, because I have to work on the computer, so why not have Discord open too? Ask Jonny channel is there in case you ask me anything and I miss it today. You can always ask me whatever you want, anytime, on the Ask Jonny channel, and I would say I answer pretty quickly. So, that is that. And of course, I'm on Twitter, Facebook. Kind of slowing down on Facebook a little bit. I don't know if it's fair to say Facebook is dying, but I kind of feel like it is. I'm still going to keep it updated when I get a chance, but I am there as well. And if you can't reach me anywhere else, Jonny@JonnyAtma.com is my email address. And I look over my emails pretty much daily. So that is it. I'm done. Let's get to some Q&A. I am now going to look at the chat. I made sure, not that I don't want to read what you all are saying, but I made sure not to look too much at chat this time because I always got distracted by chat during my news spiel. But I wanted to get it knocked out and out of the way so I can get to all your questions. What's up, Timing Zero? Get all this stuff. Get my windows looking better so I can read this because it's kind of small. Oh, and also, crap. I keep hitting the option button instead of the control button on my keyboard. Here we go. There we go. And also, I didn't know the super chat thing showed down here on the dashboard. So, Crystal, thank you for the $1.99 and the XD face, one of my personal favorite faces. And again, guys, I'm going to try to answer as much as I can, but you know, the chat's moving super, super fast, so I can't catch everything. What are your thoughts on Smash Ultimate's theme, Lifelight? Okay, one of the most requested songs at the moment, understandably so. You guys know I love Smash. You know I'm going to do this song. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. Lifelight is going to happen. I don't know when, but it will happen. I haven't listened to it too much because I was waiting on the game to come out first, because I know once the game releases, I'm going to hear it a million times. I didn't want to wear it out. I want it to be fresh. Funny thing is, even though I haven't listened to it, I kind of know how it goes, like all the way through, just from watching trailers and the Nintendo Directs and everything. So, it's gonna happen on the channel sometime soonish. You guys know, a lot of people, and I talk about this a lot on every Q&A, I don't like doing songs before the game actually releases. Because I would rather, and hell, it might even hurt my view count a little bit, I don't care. I would rather that song get into your head first. Because what a lot of these YouTube people do, and I'm not hating or throwing shade at them in any way, they can do whatever they want, I understand why they do it. A lot of people, Smash Ultimate's theme was released several months ago without vocals. A lot of music channels immediately threw up a Lifelight cover. And we didn't even know there was a vocal version until the last Direct, I think. And it was like, oh hell, well now all these people have already done a cover. They haven't done it with vocals. So now they have to redo it. But yeah, that's part of the reason I wait on these kind of things. But also, I want these songs to grow on people. Like, yeah, sure, I'm sure there's a lot of people that listen to the Smash Ultimate theme over and over again when it was revealed, but it wasn't everybody. It definitely wasn't as many people as are going to play the game and hear it. And I like songs to grow on you first. That way you can build that familiarity with the song, and then once like someone like me does a remix of it, it's like, okay, yeah, and I know this, and I know how it's gonna go, and oh, here's a weird change up I didn't expect. So it's gonna happen, Lifelight. And I do like the song, by the way. I like it way more than Smash 4's theme. Smash 4 is my least favorite theme. Brawl was my favorite before. Life Flight might take over Brawl's spot for me personally. And by the way, I did see a few people asking who my Smash main is, and in 4 it was Pit, in Brawl it was Wolf, in Melee it was Ganondorf. I'm not good at Melee though, don't throw me in the pool with those guys. And in Smash 64 it was Mario and Link. Oh, I just saw a Super Chat. Jamcal X, thank you for the $2. Any chances of more Super Robot Wars covers? Yes. There's quite a few on the Patreon request list, so there's always a possibility those get drawn in a Patreon drawing. But I have been listening to a lot of Super Robot Wars songs based on requests, and there's quite a few I've heard that I like. I know the most requested since I did Steel Beowulf was... I'm probably going to say it wrong. I always call it trombone. I know it's not trombone. It's tromb or tromby, however you say it. That's a pretty cool song that's definitely up for possible remixing. Asian Boy, thank you for the $2. Love your videos. Can't wait for those Smash remixes. I can't wait to do them, man. I can't wait to hear all the remixes we're going to get in the game. What is my favorite Pokemon? Haha, yes, Alakazam. People ask me that a lot. Alakazam was my favorite Pokemon. I'm a Gen 1er, so most of the Pokemon I know are from Gen 1. Alakazam was always my favorite. When we get a mobile game medley, it's possible, but I have a few other consoles I want to do first as far as console medleys go. I will say the next one will probably be Nintendo 64. Not going to confirm it and say that it is, but probably. But there's a few others I'm tossing up as well. We are going to have a Game Boy Advance medley sometime. You know, the Game Boy medley was Classic Color. I wanted to do another one for Advance. The reason I didn't do all three is because I felt that Game Boy Advance added way too many games to the mix, and with the songs pulled for those medleys being completely random, there's like a chance where we could have had way too many of one or the other. So that's why it was just a classic version. What guitar processor or software are you using for your guitar tone? Peterson Som. I'm sorry if I butcher your guys' names. I'm trying my best. So, I actually don't use a real amp and mic it. I will always recommend that you do if you can. I'm a very cheap person, and I know as far as amps go, I'm going to have to spend a buttload to get the amp I want. And I just haven't gotten around to that yet. So what I've been using for years now is Amplitude 3. It's called German Gain on Amplitude 3. I think they finally got the official licensing for Amplitude 4 from Engel, because that's what it was based on. So it's an Engel amp sim. I really love that sound. Amplitude 3, very, very solid. Cyanic Knight, I just saw, became a patron via my email. Thank you if you're in here. But yeah, Amplitude 3. You can't... Amp simulators have gotten a lot better over the years, and they do take some understanding, because a lot of times people will get an amp simulator, they'll plug into it, record, and be like, oh, this sounds like crap. Thing a lot of people don't realize is that amp simulator sounds like an amp after it's been recorded. So... You know, I don't use it anymore. I did have a kind of lower end Marshall amp that I used to play live with years and years and years ago, which live sounded great, but mic'd, it just sounded kind of crappy. But, yeah, to wrap that up, look into Amplitude. I recommend it. Guitar Rig is another good one. There's a few other good ones out there. They've gotten a lot better over the years. Lucas, hi Johnny, my favorite song from your channel is the Hydrocity Zone. I always listen to it when I'm drawing and going somewhere. Thanks, Lucas. I really love that cover too. Insane in the Rain, man. He did such a phenomenal job on that remix. Like, I remember when he sent me the video. When I record stuff, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do it in bits and pieces. Like, I'll take a section and I'll record that, and then I'll go to the next section. As far as video and recording. More so on videos. Like, I'll take a part and I'll record that section, and then I'll move on to the next section and record that. That way, if I have to do over a part, I'll do that. But he did it all in like one take. And I was like, Jesus Christ! Insane in the Rain is literally insane in the rain. So if you're watching this, Carlos, you were very good, my friend. Any Name Gamer, gonna do more Wario Master of Disguise music. I think we have one more Master of Disguise song to get to, and that's, what is it called? Allergia Fields? Something like that. It's a pretty cool song. But yeah. At least one more, and it's gonna be that one. Glad you enjoyed WizPig C-Dish. Dark Bishop, will I ever collab with Smooth McGroove? If he's down, I'm down, man. I'm down 100%. I'm still working on getting some more collaborations going for you guys. It's going to be happening more next year. We had Shout Ow and Insane in the Rain this year. I want to do more next year. Feel like I'm still a little bit lacking in that department, but I'm going to get together with some guys. There's quite a few people I talk to now. Get something going for you. Allergia Gardens. Yeah, that's what it is. Who would you like to see as DLC for Smash? Pac-Man. Gino, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm in the Spirits are deconfirmed camp. I know people like hate to hear that, but he's a spirit or a profile icon or something, and I just feel like that deconfirms him. I don't know. Like I got my hopes up. I got my hopes up that Gino would be one of the last people revealed, even though a very long time ago I said I don't expect Gino at all. I'm not going to get my hopes up for him just because it just doesn't seem like Nintendo cares much for Super Mario RPG. I know we got the Mii Fighter costume, but outside of that, that's like the most Gino acknowledgement we've gotten. But realistically, who I'd like to see for DLC, because I don't think Gino's going to get in. I hope he does. He will always be my number one. Maybe next Smash. I don't think he's going to get an Ultimate. But realistically, even though I'm not the biggest Banjo-Kazooie guy, I think he would be a really, really perfect addition. I felt Simon Belmont would be a perfect addition. He was my ballot entry, and he got in, so more than satisfied with what we're getting. But Banjo-Kazooie, I think, would be another fits like a glove type of character. So I'm going to go with him. Favorite weapon is Splatoon 2. I haven't played in a minute. It's been a few months. But I was a Splat Roller main. Are you doing a lot of sports? Nah, man. When you don't go to school, it's like you don't have opportunities to play sports. I didn't play sports in school either. I was a band geek, so. Favorite Castlevania song? Probably Beginning. Now, I know I did that back in 2013. I think it deserves a remake. Beginning has always been one of my favorites, which was in Castlevania 3. Unfit Peach 012. How is my life? My life is going good. Can't complain. I have nothing to complain about. I am a happy person. Favorite remix and Ultimate so far? Haven't heard them all. There's one. There's one and I can't think of it at the moment. But I would pull up the song list, but I don't want everything to freeze. Lifelight's really good, but that's not a remix. The Castlevania remix that was put up was really good. I think it was Vampire Killer, wasn't it? I've been laying off the pre-release Smash Ultimate content because I want to, like, I already pre-ordered the game. I already have it downloaded, ready to go. I just want to just hit me in the face with everything that it's gonna contain on release day. So I haven't been listening to too much of the pre-released stuff and the leaks and all that stuff. Plant, would you ever consider doing You and Owen with Her? Yes, I would. I love that song. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I'd rather do other Toho songs first. And I know I said I was going to get to a Toho song this year, but it's one of those songs that I haven't had the ability to get to yet. But I do have 2 confirmed on the to-do list coming that aren't You and Owen that I'm going to get to before that. I love You and Owen with Her. It's a very awesome song. The reason I haven't done it is because it's the most remixed song in Toho history, I think. It seems like everyone has done a You and Owen remix, so that's why I haven't done it. Toho has like 15 games, best of luck, but yeah, I know. A lot of good songs, though. Another one of my personal favorite, it's not on the to-do list from Toho, is Lullaby of a Deserted Hell is one of my favorites. You and Owen is in my top 3. Probably like the top 3, no, not in a distinct order. You and Owen, Nuclear Fusion, and Deserted Hell. Brostar, have I ever heard of JoJo Heritage of the Future? Hopefully you have, and I hope you make some remixes of the character themes because it has some good music. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard of it, I'm sorry. But it's definitely something I can look into. Make sure you fill out that ballot. Are you going to remix Smash Ultimate OST? I said this near the top of the stream, so if you weren't here, Unfit Peach. Lifelight is going to happen, like, no doubt. And I'm going to do it a lot sooner than I did the Smash 4 theme for Smash 4, because I did that pretty late. But it's definitely going to happen. Soonish. I don't want to say soon, because I kind of already have the rest of the year set in stone. Still deciding on this year's finale, but Lifelight's going to happen, so don't worry. Rub, thank you for the 5. I always get euros and pounds mixed up, so I don't know if that's a euro or a pound. It's one of them, but thank you, Rubio. Little gift because you work a lot to create amazing covers. I try my best, man. I wish I could work more. Have you heard of the guitarist of Takayoshi Omura? Oh, named Takayoshi Omura. I have not, Sir Riz. Riz or Ruz? Ruz, okay. Have you done the Brawl theme? I did the Brawl theme back in 2010. It's pretty rough, so I'm not going to say it's good. It's definitely in need of a remake. I'll put it that way. It's on my site in the old section. Thanks, Alfonso, for the compliment. It's a rub. Have I played Deltarune? Have not played Deltarune. I know Deltarune is currently one of the most requested things. Haven't gotten around to it yet. I did love Undertale, so I am going to play it when I get some time. Just time has been very scarce for me because I had NES Medley in October, Game Boy Medley last month, Smash Ultimate's coming out tomorrow. As soon as I get some time, I'm going to play Deltarune, because I don't believe it's like super long. So, it's another game I haven't really listened to much of the soundtrack. I've heard a few that people have been requesting. I know I'll enjoy it. I just have to find time to get to it. General 303, are you planning on doing any more Kirby songs? Of course. Of course. I will never stop doing Kirby songs. That's the most popular game that I do songs from. And not only that, but one of my personal favorites that we do songs from. How many instruments do I play? It depends if you mean proficiently. On a level that I would say I play well, guitar, bass, drums, keyboard. I could be better at keyboard, but I don't ever practice keyboard as much as I should. Most of my practice time goes into guitar and drums, and then bass. In band in school, I played tuba and trombone. Again, not gonna say I was amazing at them. I was pretty solid at tuba, okay at trombone. Could probably play a baritone as well. In 5th grade, I played violin, and I was terrible at it. Have not returned to it. It was too hard for me. So if you can play violin, props to you, because that takes years. What is your saddest death in reaction to World of Light trailer? The Sonic reaching out for Pikachu was pretty sad. The best one, though, was Wii Fit Trainer doing the pose as she died. Mobile Coon, what is your opinion of Nintendo banning all sale of their products in Mexico? Is that true? I thought that was just a joke. David Santos, hello fans in Brazil. I used to play a game called Tibia that had a lot of Brazilian players, and I actually learned not how to speak, but how to read a very small amount of Portuguese from those Brazilian people. So, I have a little special place in my heart for the Brazilian people out there. Yeah, Tibia, man. I played Tibia a long time ago, and I played it for a long time. Brawler, still hoping for that Tales of Symphonia. Tales was another series I was supposed to get to this year, but I haven't had time. It's gonna come soon. Promise. Xenomaster, what was my favorite tracks to remake? It's a tough one. It gets asked every stream, and I always have a different set of answers. This year, I really had a blast doing all the Dreamland Invasion stuff. I really, really enjoyed remaking Revenge of Meta Knight. I think that's probably my personal favorite from the Dreamland Invasion album. outside of Dreamland Invasion, there's just so many to choose from. There's a lot of songs I did this year I wasn't familiar with that I ended up really liking a little bit after they were released. Usually when I'm in the process of making a song, and even like immediately after releasing, I can't really tell how much I like it until like a week later. Just because, I don't know, I hear it over and over and over and over again, and it just kind of wears down on you. But after like a week of releasing a song, I can properly judge whether or not I feel like I did a good job. So, just say Dirty and Booty, I always say that. That's one of my favorites from last year. But we had a lot of good ones this year. What about Ace Attorney, Titania? I really liked Pressing Pursuit. There's going to be more Ace Attorney, of course. It's another series that we tend to have a lot of popularity with when I do a remix of. What is my favorite Kirby song? That's a tough one, because I know I've already done it. Dirty and Beauty is one of my favorites. It's because it's so freaking rockin'. I love that song so much. That's one of my favorites. Revenge of Meta Knight. The stuff in there is some of my favorite too. And then probably normal King Dedede's theme. Do you ever plan on visiting Rocket Knight Adventures? I do have a song on the Patreon request list from that game. I just missed your name. Timing Zero. I almost called you Teaming Zero. Knights X! You're such an amazing musician. Thank you so much. You're an inspiration to me. Here's a small donation to keep at it. Considering any more Knights remixes for 2019. I'll have to check out the soundtrack because I haven't heard much outside of, what's the song we did? Tragic Revenge, which is a really, really great song. If you haven't heard it, I recommend listening to it. Either the original or my version. So, I'm not too familiar with all the other stuff from Knights. Ooh. I'm almost out. Onto water. Any game series with only one cover so far you'd want to expand on? That's a good question. Kenton Zhang, or Zong, however you say your name. Let me do a quick look, because there's some that I always say I want to expand upon that I haven't gotten to yet. Pulling up my song list from the year. Loading slow because I'm streaming. That's a good one, Dimitri. Chrono Trigger is definitely something I need to do more songs of. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I'm going to go with. Because at this point, I've done almost 2 songs from it. Dynamite Heady is another one. There's a certain song from Dynamite Heady I'd like to do. And there's some others out there. Kid Icarus Uprising is another one. I'd like to do the boss battle theme from that. Chrono Trigger, Kid Icarus Uprising, and what was the other one I said? Oh, Dynamite Heady. That's 3 for you that I would like to do another song from. I know Dynamite Heady's not the most popular, but it has a really, really good soundtrack. Thinking about growing a smooth McGroove-like beard. Super Sebi. I always say this whenever people talk about me growing a beard. This is my favorite style. I'm not a tall guy. I'm pretty short. I'm like 5 feet in the middle. 5'6" on a good day. So if I grow a beard, I just look like Gimli from Lord of the Rings. So maybe when I'm super old, I'll grow a full beard. But for now, I'm gonna stick with this. I feel like it fits me pretty well. I used to have a mustache to go with it. My wife always said it looked weird. So just you can even see it in some of the older videos. So I'm just going. I'm going with the old Avatar Aang facial hair. Who is also bald like me. Main and Smash and X. I went over this 1 second ago in case you missed it. Smash 4 it was Pit. Brawl it was Wolf. Melee Ganondorf. I'm not good at Melee. Smash 64 Mario and Link. Link was my original Smash 64 main. And then when I stopped playing the game and I returned to it years later, I picked up Mario. He's a lot better. I think Mario's even high tier in Smash 64. I don't think he's the best. I think Pikachu is. But he's up there. I see you, Flawless. I don't know who I'm going to main yet in Smash 5. I'm going to try out Wolf and Pit and Simon Belmont since he was my ballot entry. I am married, B-Dog. But yeah, we'll soon discover who I main in Smash Ultimate. When I had a gourmet race was cool, the mustache. I liked it when I had it. I like it without it now. When I had it, I thought it was cool, but now I look back and I'm like, it does kind of look weird. A Squared, last stream I asked you to do Hollow Knight. You talked about how you dislike doing ambient music. What I wanted was to, if you would do a boss thing like Grimm or Mantis Lords. There's a Hollow Knight song I've heard, and I think it is Grimm. That is definitely coverable, and I've definitely considered it. So, Hollow Knight is definitely possible. Miko06, I am an old man. I am 31. Getting up there. I've been doing the GaMetal thing since I was in my mid-20s. Just goes to show you how long it takes. Actually, early 20s. Because 2009 was almost 10 years ago. I would suggest maining Snake. I know Snake was OP in Brawl. I just never much cared for him in Brawl. And plus, I'm not really a big Metal Gear Solid guy either, so. Inkling or Sonic? I'm gonna assume you mean Smash. I'm gonna definitely pick up Inkling and see how Inkling feels. I did play Sonic a little bit in Brawl, but wasn't my favorite. Favorite remix, Connor? Somebody kind of asked this. Someone asked what my favorite was to make, but this kind of goes in the same boat. I have a lot of favorites, and it changes like every day, almost. Some of my favorites from this year, though, are Revenge of Meta Knight. The Game Boy medley came out really, really good. I was really happy with that. That's one of my favorite medleys I think I've done. The song selection was really good. Again, the medleys are all random, with the exception of the very, very first NES medley, which was not random. But that one sucks, so. Is a 02 remake possible? Definitely. May Madness is coming up in a few months. It's one of the ones that's up for discussion. Who do I discuss it with? I discuss it with this guy right here. This is my confidant. How often do you listen to your own music? Not like super often. I don't want to like want to listen to just myself. If I listen to just myself, I'll stick myself in a box where I only do what I know. So, but I do mix in my stuff, especially the stuff that I really, really enjoy doing or really like listening to. Because, you know, a lot of these songs I do because I love the song and I want to hear a remake of it. So, it's in the mix with everything else. When new stuff comes out, though, like, I don't like to listen to it too much because, like I said, when I'm in the process of making a song, I end up hearing it a million times, and so I get tired of it. So usually, like, I take a week off from listening to it, and then I'll listen to it. Then I can decide how much I like it. Favorite Fire Emblem song is actually one I've done, and that's Fearless White Blade from Fire Emblem Gaiden, or Echoes, is where it got the name from. That's always been my favorite. Gaiden's always had my favorite Fire Emblem soundtrack. I feel like it's bar none the best Fire Emblem soundtrack, in my opinion. I can't sit here and say I've listened to all of them and all the songs, but from what I've heard Fire Emblem-wise, again, I'm not a big Fire Emblem guy, but the Gaiden soundtrack has always been my favorite. Taking a small breather from my throat. How often does Waddle Dee try to make you do the Kirby Superstar Arena theme? That's actually a really good song idea, is the arena theme for Superstar. And then you have the true arena theme to go with it in Superstar Ultra. So that's always kind of been one of those songs I've kind of thought about a little bit, but it'll probably happen sometime. Ooh, are you willing to do Dark Souls songs for 2019? I'm willing to do anything if it sounds good. Can't say I've heard many coverable Dark Souls songs, but I also can't say I've gone out listening to them, so leave a comment, fill out that ballot, and I'll give it a listen. Got an SNES Classic, congratulations. 8 squared. Have you ever considered doing a cover, Mobile Coon, or Kun? I think it's Kun. Doing a cover of Final Fantasy VIII Final Boss Track, The Extreme. It's my favorite Final Boss Track ever. Was the first song that got me into video game soundtracks. Yes, it's appeared on the Patreon request list several times. I believe it's been in the drawings. You guys know I love Final Fantasy stuff. It's some of my favorite stuff to cover. So The Extreme is definitely on that possible Final Fantasy cover list. I've always kind of preferred Maybe I'm a Lion, but The Extreme is a good one too. And even above those two from Final Fantasy VIII, my favorite that I would like to do, and I'm most likely going to do probably as early as sometime next year, is, what is it called? The boss theme. I forgot the name of it. I know the name of the boss theme. Dun, 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 dun. Those, no, it's not Those Who Fight. Force Your Way. That's it. Those Who Fight Further is Final Fantasy VII's boss theme. Force Your Way is the Final Fantasy VIII boss theme. Really cool song. Do I live alone? No, I'm married, so I live with my wife. What's up, SMN? Not gonna say your name. Mario, will I do another Undertale song? Been waiting for another one since Undyne. Personal favorite is Death by Glamour. Yeah, eventually I will get back to Undertale. I don't think I did any this year, did I? Deltarune is the big thing right now, so I will say that would probably come before another Undertale song. But there are a few Undertale songs I would like to get to before I kind of shut the door on that. Not that anything's ever had a door shut on it, because anything's possible at any time, but as far as Undertale goes, a song I would like to do is Spider Dance. I think I would do that before Death by Glamour, but it's always possible. Zen Lucas, do you think I would ever do a cover like wood carving? Go back up. Everybody started talking and it just... Wood carving Partita from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't remember that song. It would be cool to have a semi-classical piece covered in GaMetal. Yeah, any of that stuff's always possible. I just gotta hear it. I don't remember that one by name. What is that Waddle Dee looking at? He's looking at you guys. What character am I most excited for in the new Smash Bros? Wolf was my main in Brawl. He's the one I'm most excited for because he didn't appear in Smash 4. I didn't expect him to appear in Smash 4, so when he didn't make the cut, I wasn't surprised. So I went with Pit instead because he was my backup in Brawl. So I'm most excited to see him back. Right up there with him is Simon Belmont, because I've always said for the very longest time that Simon would have made the perfect Smash character because he just had such a good arsenal of items from the original Castlevania games, and the way they developed Mega Man in Smash 4 to kind of like fit that NES Mega Man feel would have been perfect for Simon, and now he's here and I'm sure that's what he's gonna be like. So Inkling I saw as a shoo-in, so I wasn't shocked by Inkling's inclusion, but I'm pretty happy for Inkling too. Have you thought about remaking Forest Maze next year's May Madness? Super Sebi. It's up for discussion. What I really wanted to make is that entire Super Mario RPG medley again. Keep that on the DL. Not sure if you know, Johnny, is the game coming out tonight at midnight or at 8? From what I read, it's at midnight. Excuse me. midnight Eastern time in the US, but I don't think anybody has a 100% certain idea, but that's probably what it's going to be. It's what would make the most sense. So that would be 9 Pacific, 11. Man, this happens every time I stream because I drink a lot of water, and so I get just bubbles. But yeah, I think Smash Ultimate's supposed to be coming out 12 Eastern, but don't take that with a grain of salt, because like I said, I don't think that's confirmed. Any chance of covering Bravely Default again? Yes, absolutely. There is a certain 2 songs from Bravely Default that I want to cover. Kind of a lot of people have done, but I want to get to that song. It's really cool. Hey, Meds. It has been a while. I'm doing good, man. How are you? Whew. I'm not used to talking like for a straight hour or 2 hours, so let's catch my breath. How did you react to Piranha Plant in Smash? Man, I loved it. I was just so floored. I'm more than accepting and welcoming to Piranha Plant being a Smash character for so many reasons. Just because he was just so like unexpected. You couldn't have gotten a more outside of like third-party picks. You couldn't have gotten a more crazy character pick than Piranha Plant, and that also completely shuts out any argument that a certain character couldn't be in Smash because they wouldn't be able to have a good moveset. Piranha Plant 1000% offsets that argument. So we needed him. We needed somebody like that. And I had said for a while that there was going to be a what the heck character reveal, because there always is. I think with Smash U, I think that was Wii Fit Trainer. I thought this year was going to be Isabelle from Animal Crossing. Ended up being Piranha Plant. So, the Danliest. Thank you for the $4.99. Any plans for a Kingdom Hearts song? Has such iconic music, no one ever covers it. It's a good point. Love to hear your takes on some of the battle themes. Yeah, man, I like barely scratched my eye and there's like a red mark. You see that? Yeah, I'm gonna do some Kingdom Hearts eventually. There's I think 1 or 2 songs I've heard that I would definitely like to do. I can't remember them off the top of my head by name and game. But there's a few out there, and it is definitely a series that doesn't get a lot of remix love. So eventually I will get to some Kingdom Hearts. Do you have a plan of making a cover of the Golden Sun Linked battle theme? Linked? That song is awesome. I don't think I've heard it. I don't know what Golden Sun Linked is. I don't know what you mean by that. What's up, Tito Star Sub? Glad you like this stuff, man. Mother 3 remix is happening anytime. I can't remember. There's a... What was the song I had on the Discord request battle? Porkies. Is that Mother 3? I think it is. That's one we have to do. Yeah, more Mother is going to come soon. Soon. Don't know when, but soon. Earthbound is one of those series where I always look back and I'm like, man, I kind of neglected the series a little too much. So flawless fail. Do I think Newgrounds will gain more popularity because of the Tumblr incident? It's possible. I don't really know Newgrounds. Well, I know Newgrounds has not safe for work stuff. Maybe. They're definitely going to go somewhere. People are saying Twitter, but I don't know. I feel like Twitter is going to not really go for that too much. But Newgrounds is definitely a possible place for Tumblr people to go. I haven't really looked at Newgrounds much recently or lately, but I could see that happening. That could be good for Newgrounds, really. They should pick up on that. They should advertise. Try to pick up those Tumblr people because they're going to go somewhere. Would you cover Super Mario RPG Waltz of the Forest song by Chris Niozzi? Is that like an original song he made? I'd have to hear it. But typically I don't remix already remixed things. That's kind of weird. Do we know about any Fire Emblem covers? Hoping we can see Twilight of the Gods. I don't think the series in general gets a lot of rep. Twilight of the Gods is the one I did in NES Medley, right? Yeah, I'll definitely get back to Fire Emblem. Just don't know when. Mario Maniac Newgrounds already has started bragging about not safe for work. That'd be a big pickup for them. I think they should go all in on that. Fortnite songs? Does Fortnite even have songs? I've never played Fortnite or looked into it at all, so. That's good, Mobile Coon. That's good. Kun. Keep wanting to say Coon. I don't know if it's Coon or Kun. Doo-doo. Question for Waddle Dee. Does Johnny treat you well? Let's see what he says. Let's see. Looking. I think he's shaking his head in agreement. Your rendition of Dancing Mad was truly awesome. Thank you for that. You know, I was listening to that the other day. I saw 8-Bit Drummer actually drum to it on his Twitch stream. And I was like, man, this is... The first part is really good. But then I feel like it kind of loses its luster after that first part. Dancing Mad is definitely a potential May Madness song for 2019. I didn't really have time for it this year, but I got to remake that one. Especially part 4 was lacking a little bit. I could have done that so much better. Are you ever going to do another cover series? A good question. Like I did with Kirby, maybe with a game like Zelda, or heck, even Smash Bros. Churroso? One of those is probably right. Yes, I will definitely do more game tribute album type things. Haven't decided what's going to be next yet. I did already mention at the top of the stream, SideQuest 2 is the next thing, and that's going to be a mixed album like SideQuest 1. Project 1, I don't want to reveal too much details for, but that's going to be after SideQuest 2. And then after that, I'll start considering the next series for a tribute tribute album. There's a few I think would be really good. I don't want to spoil anything though, so I'll just keep it a surprise, keep my mouth shut. But yeah, there will definitely be more series tribute events and albums in the future. You know what no one has asked for? Morpho Night, A squared. Can you release one on the next Kirby anniversary? I'll have to listen to it. I don't think I'm very familiar with it. Patriot Works. What do you think of The World Revolving? That's that Deltarune song, right? Probably. I could be wrong. If I'm not wrong. I think I heard it one time. It's pretty cool. Deltarune is definitely up. I'm looking at Deltarune right now. I'll let you know that. Because it's one of the most requested things at the moment. Of course. As was Undertale when it came out. Greetings from Mexico. Hola, Sebastian. How about a Super Hexagon cover? I don't think I've ever heard of it. No bleeder. What band am I currently listening to? You know, not a lot new. There's a band that was introduced to me. I can't say I've listened to them too much, but I was really blown away by their sound, called Arch Echo. Roy Knight, the guy that made the GaMetal Clone Hero pack, turned me on to them a few months ago, and they have like this really, really great mixed sound. It's like prog metal, so I recommend checking them out. I just realized I have this this Discord icon up here still. Take that off. Okay. So check them out if you like progressive metal type of stuff. Arch Echo is really, really cool, and I was just blown away when I heard their mix because everything was separated so well, and that actually was a big part of the sound change I made this year. I did make a slight sound change you may or may not have noticed. It was after, I think it was after Unknown From Me. It started with Courtney Gears up until now, because I heard their sound and I was like, man, this sounds like phenomenal. Like everything was just separated so well. How expensive is a Waddle Dee? Vagabundo? Is that your name? Vagabundo. This is a gift. This Waddle Dee, he came from Dreamland. He was gifted to me. So I don't think he's too expensive. I think you can look it up on Amazon and probably find it pretty cheap. Courtney Gears was good, yet no one seemed to cover it before. Courtney Gears, I forgot. That's actually one of my favorites from this year. I had never heard it until it was actually a Patreon request, and it got drawn in a drawing. And I didn't really pay much attention to it, and then when I started listening to it, it got stuck in my head so hard. It was just, man, I just love that song so much. Can I do another Sonic song, please? Of course, Luke. There will always be more Sonic coming. We kind of we had like a little period there where I did a ton of Sonic stuff because I did, and we had 4 Sonic songs this year. We had Egg Reverie, Egg Dragoon, Unknown From Me, and Hydrocity Zone. So, I kind of had a lot of Sonic this year, so I slowed it down here later on. Have a really beautiful voice. Thank you, Demencio. Please more vocals. It's going to happen too. There's going to be more vocals in the future, I promise. Love to see a full version of Napalm Man among Amon Galathers. Or Amon Galathers. Probably said your name horribly wrong. I'm sorry. Full Napalm Man's always possible. Just so you guys know, anytime I do a song in a medley, that doesn't exclude it from ever becoming a full song. We've done plenty of songs, full versions that originated in GaMetal medleys. So, can you do harsh vocals? Sort of. I try. Never Turn Back was harsh vocals. Or do you mean like screaming? I used to do that, but it's bad for your throat. Plan on doing any more collaborations with anybody? I just missed your name. It scrolled up on my list. Yellow Fellow. Yeah, there's gonna be some more collaborations. Man, there's bubbles coming soon. Coming very soon. There's actually one song I'm talking to somebody right now. Not really like a super known person, but should be good. How do I feel about Cave Story OST? Cameron Pope. I've heard a little bit of it. It's pretty good. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I have heard some of it. Ever planned on doing any of the tracks from Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Yes. Don't have anything on the confirmed list at the moment, but that's always up for possible remake. You know, You Will Know Our Names cover that I did a few years ago was really popular. It was a straight cover. I only did like a solo in it. That's like the only real different thing. But it's one of the most popular GaMetal songs, so I would like to go back to Xenoblade Chronicles sometime, and Chronicles 2 would be a good game to do a song from, so always possible. Didn't get to it this year, maybe next year. Was Easy the recording of the Knuckles, the Enchilada, the Echidna rap? Shout Out did all that. He even got it all processed, and so really he just sent me his already processed and put together track, and I just popped it in, and it was ready to go. I just had to record my parts. So yeah, it was super easy for me because I didn't have to do it. And Shao did like such a terrific job, both his performance and his guy that he got to mix it. That, like I said, I just pretty much dropped it in. Maybe did like a small EQ tweak just to help match my own vocals a little bit, EQ wise. But yeah, it was pretty easy. He did all the lyrics himself because I'm definitely not much of a rap lyric writer. Do I have any plans for the anniversary of Super Smash Bros. On January 21st? It's going to become 20 years old. We'll see. We'll see. I'll think about it. Running out of water. Is that good? Me and my brother are big fans of yours and loved when you did some Dragon Quest in one of the NES medleys. It's from the Iron Saints. It'd be cool to hear you do more from the series at some point. I really dug, that was, I've done 2 Dragon Quest songs in NES medleys. There was the one in NES Medley 3. I think it was the battle against the final boss theme. I think it was a dragon or something. But the one that ended NES medley, not this last one, but the one before it, I think. That was a really, really cool song. That was like one of my favorite medley enders. The dun 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 dun. That was like a really, really cool song. So I'll get to a Dragon Quest only song eventually. But that last medley piece from Dragon Quest was really, really cool. Have I considered doing a cover of Phantasma's theme? Absolutely have, Cosmic Kid. That's on my prospective to-do list. I know that's a hot request since I've been doing a lot more of the Mario and Luigi stuff lately, and Paper Mario and all that side Mario stuff. So Phantasma's theme is definitely on the prospective to-do list. Ever plan on making more Front Mission remix? Was that the one from SNES medley? I'd enjoy that. Super Sevi. I can't say I've looked into it, but nothing's off the table. Am I doing Crash Bandicoot Victor Damasio? Nothing planned, but you know, Crash Bandicoot is a series that we do need to get to eventually. So, in time, we'll get to a Crash Bandicoot song. If you had to pick one theme from any video game to be your top #1 favorite, what would it be? I've always had an answer for this, and it's always been Dancing Mad. Dancing Mad in its entirety is just so well composed. Especially back in the SNES days, that it's just so good. Because it's just like, first you have this in-your-face, like, impending doom feeling, and then it goes to that second phase, where you get your groove going, and then there's that kind of classical thing for the third phase, and then part 4 comes, and it's just in your face, Final Kefka, you're gonna die. Light of Judgment, or whatever it was called. Yeah, Dancing Mad has always been my favorite video game composition. That's why I gotta remake it. 2013 one is okay, we gotta redo it. Ooh, Maxwell, I answered this earlier. So if you weren't here, and I play a song of Hollow Knight, it's definitely possible. I've heard a few that are good. That would be suitable remixes, but I'll think about it. We do a 10-year anniversary special next year. Dimitri, that's a good question. Because GaMetal was born in 2009, but wasn't made public until early 2010. But I've always listed the 2009 stuff as being 2009 stuff. So, I'll think about that. That's a good idea. 10-year anniversary. It would definitely be towards the end of the year because, like I said, GaMetal debuted publicly on YouTube in early 2010. But I was gonna say I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I'll give it some thought. GaMetal 10-year anniversary. Do something big. Actually, you know what? That'd be a good okay. You gave me an idea, but I'll keep it to myself. It's gonna be a secret. I'm glad you mentioned that though. Favorite color is teal, like the GaMetal guy's feather. The feather on his hat there. It's my favorite. You're gonna do Super Meat Boy songs like Little Slugger. Little Slugger has been one of those songs that have been on my I should do list for a very long time. So if I do get around to Super Meat Boy, it will most likely be Little Slugger. So I'll keep it at that. Could definitely happen next year. Do you plan taking your GaMetal career further? Did Nerdy Inkling? In time. Inkling, in time. I'm happy doing what I do now. Releasing all these songs for you guys for free on YouTube and JonnyAtma.com and stuff like that. Like, playing live has never been the most... I'm not gonna say not exciting for me, but it's never been like the most wanted thing. I just love making songs. I love performing live too, don't get me wrong. But eventually I would like to do something like that. And I always say this, pretty much every stream this gets asked if I'll do live stuff. In time I would like to get a full band together to do it. I don't want to just do me playing to a backing track. I feel like that takes away from some of the magic. So, the thing about that would be I would have to get people together. I would have to get a group together, We'd have to practice. It would take a lot of time away from actually releasing and recording songs that I just don't want to do at the moment. So I'd rather record these songs first. But I've always given it thought. And when the time comes, yeah, we'll go further. But until then, more stuff for you guys. Good night, Super Sebi. 11 p.m. in Germany. At least you get to play Smash Ultimate midday if you have it pre-ordered. Lots of things happening in 2019, says Jace Mikado. GaMetal turns 10, Smash turns 20. Do I have 2019 completely planned? I never have a year completely planned. The only thing I ever have planned for a year is like the big stuff. Side Quest 2 is coming next year for sure. Project 1 should be coming next year sometime, probably late. That's usually the only stuff I have concrete. Song-wise, usually, I mean, I have a to-do list that I'm trying to catch up on, so there's a few songs that are confirmed for 2019 already. But as far as everything else, because, you know, I've been doing almost 50 songs a year, all those other songs still up for decision. And that's where things like you guys requesting song in the comment section and the 2019 song ballot comes in. I should keep that up for people joining the stream so they can look at the description. But yeah, that's where that kind of stuff's going to help me out for deciding what happens in 2019. Again, the song ballot's not going to decide everything in 2019, but it will have a big influence on a lot of the stuff I choose personally. That isn't like Patreon drawing stuff. Will I make a DK rap metal mix, Sebastian? I don't know. I'll think about it. Speaking of Smash Ultimate, who am I going to main? Inkling touched on this earlier. Going to try out Wolf, Pit, Inkling, Simon Belmont. Those are going to be the first 4 I try out once I unlock them, of course. Maybe give Palutena another try. Palutena was my first main in Smash 4, but then I switched to Pit. I just spilled water on myself. I promise I'm not a sloppy person. It just happened. What do I think of the Soul Calibur soundtracks? It says Te Brooksta. I've played a few Soul Calibur games. I've always liked them. I've always felt they don't get the love they deserve. I can't remember much of the soundtrack. You know, a lot of fighting games, aside from maybe Street Fighter you can put to the side, a lot of fighting games have more of the ambient stuff in the back, where they fit the mood for sure, but they're not really memorable in the melody department. I don't really remember much from Soul Calibur. Again, nothing is off the table. Everything is always up for debate as far as what songs I'm going to do, so can't say I remember anything from Soul Calibur personally. Thanks, Megabytes, for the compliment. Keep up the good work, man. I will try. Guilty Gear, yeah, it's another fighting game that has a lot of awesome songs. Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting, have the best remixable songs, in my opinion. Are you making a Miitopia remix in 2019? Inkling again, always keep catching you. Just been needing a remix for a while. Yes, there's a song in particular that everybody wants that I'm considering doing soon, so I'll keep it at that. BlazBlue. Is it BlazBlue or BlazeBlue? I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about the series. But that's another one with good songs. I have heard some songs from it. Game Awards, what do I want to see? Fortune Cookie. I don't know. I'm up for anything surprise-wise. I know there's a rumor, or not, it's really not even a rumor at this point, that Crash Team Racing is gonna, a remake is gonna be announced for that, but I guess that's cool. I didn't, unpopular opinion, don't unsub from me because I'm saying this, but I never cared much for Crash Team Racing. I know a lot of people do. It's fair. I didn't much care for it. I actually played it, I think, like last year a little bit. Just like for fun with my wife because she loves Crash Team Racing. I just wasn't impressed by it. I thought it was very rough around the edges on some. Don't do it, Nerdbot. But yeah, of course a remake is going to be a lot better than the original. But what I'm actually hoping to gain from Crash Team Racing being remade, that not a lot of people are thinking about. With Crash Team Racing getting a remake, At least that's what we're all expecting. And Sonic, the new Sonic All-Star Team Racing just came out recently. Didn't it come out this year, or is it yet to be released? It's something like that. I haven't really been paying attention to it. With those two coming out, I'm hoping that kind of makes Nintendo pay a little more attention to Mario Kart. Because I kind of feel like, don't get me wrong, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a fantastic game. But I feel like, as far as being a little more creative with the series, they've kind of fallen into doing the same thing over and over again sort of thing. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe Sonic Team Racing and Crash Team Racing will, Sonic All-Stars Racing, whatever it's called, will kind of push Nintendo to put a little more attention into the next Mario Kart. So that's what I'm hoping to gain from that. And Diddy Kong Racing is never going to come back. I wish it would. What I've always wished for was that, because I think Nintendo's done with Diddy Kong Racing just because Mario Kart is always going to be their main kart racer. Maybe we'll see F-Zero return sometime soon, but they're not going to bring back Diddy Kong Racing. It was also a rare game, so that doesn't help either. The adventure mode in Diddy Kong Racing was so fun. If they incorporated that into Mario Kart, it would be a blast. I always wish they would do that. I mean, if Diddy Kong Racing got remade and brought back, I'm all for it. I just don't see it happening. In terms of fighting game OSTs, probably recommend anything from Arc Systems Works. Probably some of the best soundtracks for fighting games in general. Yeah, that's who makes the games I mentioned, isn't it? I think. Fire Emblem remix soon. I don't know if I'd say soon, but I will definitely do more Fire Emblem in the future. Those bubbles again coming up. Sorry if I'm spamming. You're not spamming. Don't worry about it, Epi. But if you do avoid Termina Medley, will you add the new Final Phase theme from the last Star Allies DLC? It would make sense, wouldn't it? So I would say, yeah, it would definitely be, if and when I get around to Void Termina, that's definitely up for consideration. Tito, you're not annoying me. Nobody here is annoying me, don't worry. I need to know if it's possible to make covers for Dragon Ball FighterZ. I always want to say Fighter Z. Fighter Z. What's the popular way to pronounce that? Because I gotta say, I don't really pay much attention to the game. I've seen, like, gameplay stuff of it, and it looks awesome. But if yes, please let West City Destroyed be the first Dragon Ball track. There's been a few requested that I've heard that I've liked. I'll keep it at that. Nothing's on the confirmed list, but can definitely happen sometime next year. Oh, I can hear myself. My duty is to save. It's kind of detracting from my voice. Change it. Oh, another song with me singing. Thanks, what does that say? Cromlech Wimbley. Thank you for the kind words. No problem, Epidemic. That's why I'm here for you. Again, if you guys are asking questions and I'm not seeing them, the GaMetal Discord, link should be in the description. Ask Jonny channel, ask me there. I will answer it as soon as I can. I answer very quickly. I check the Discord like every few minutes, I would say, to be honest with you, when I'm not working. When I am working and I take a break, I tend to look over it. But that's your next best chance to ask a question if I couldn't get to it here. Oh, you don't have to apologize for not being in Discord. Discord's not for everybody, so not telling you to go there, but if you are a Discord person, we are a fairly active and welcoming Discord. Am I considering doing more Ratchet and Clank? Yeah, ever since I did Courtney Gears, I've been getting more requests for more Ratchet and Clank stuff, so always a possibility. I can't nail one song down for you at the moment, but do you know how Waddle Dees eat? Yeah, they just absorb it into their mouth. I've seen the clip from the cartoon. Would I plan on covering any ukulele theme? Ya boy, Kirby. The game itself can be divisive, but the music is great. I actually haven't sat and listened to the soundtrack yet. I know it was composed by David Wise and Grant Kirkhope, so I'm sure it's awesome. But again, always up for consideration. Hello, Jazz Toast. I am doing well. I'm glad you like what I do. I try my best. Who do I prefer, Bandana D, Kirby, Meta Knight, or King Dedede? I've always liked Meta Knight. When Meta Knight was revealed for Brawl years and years and years ago, I was super stoked. And then it turns out he was broken and you can't use him without getting made fun of. So, so I wasn't able to use him without, you know, that whole he's extremely broken thing looming over my head. So instead I mained Wolf. He's my favorite video game composer, Nobuo Uematsu. Hope I'm saying his name right. Final Fantasy composer, or old school Final Fantasy composer. Always been my favorite. I know he's a bit of a obvious choice, but so much from the old Final Fantasy stuff, from Final Fantasy 1 to 8. I haven't really played 9 much, so I don't ever really cite that one. But from that era, 1 through 8, so much of that music influenced me. Not only as far as video game music stuff goes, but as far as music in general goes. The Final Fantasy VI soundtrack had such a big impact on what I do that he will always be my favorite. Will I ever do another collab with Family Jewels? Yeah, I've talked to him. He's down, but I had to travel. He wants to do stuff in person, so I would have to travel. One of these days, I'm going to travel, and for one, I'm going to go to some conventions because I know everybody asks every year when I'm going to stuff like MagFest and stuff like that. Soon, once I get the time and funds to do such a thing, I will be going to different conventions and meeting you guys and stuff. But I'm also want to travel around and collaborate with different people across the country. So, and he is one of them. He's down. Just got to get out there. He's I'm in Nashville, guys. A lot of people on YouTube are in California. I am not. I am in the middle of the freaking country. It's not even the middle. It's kind of like the mid-east. If you could use any signature move from a video game, what would you use? Well, if you want to be realistic, you wouldn't want it to be like a fighting move. You wouldn't want it to be like an offensive move, because how often are you going to get... I mean, unless you're like a person that regularly gets into fights, or maybe if you're like an MMA fighter or something, you're not really going to want the most badass offensive fighting move, because you're probably never going to ever have to use it unless you're that kind of person. But so I think you should go with something. If you're going to go with a signature move from a game to use in real life, you need to go with something that's either going to boost your stats to a crazy level, something like speed, that way you can run somewhere really fast, or maybe some sort of magic thing where you turn invisible. So something like that. So I guess you would have to go with I don't know. It's hard to think off the top of my head, but that's going to give you a general idea. I'm not going to go out and fight people often, if ever, hopefully. So, would you rather have the Master Sword or the Vampire Killer? I imagine the sword would be easier to use. So I'm going to go with that one. You listen to Ace Combat music, Zero and The Unsung War could be great GaMetal songs. Yes, especially after I did Afterburner, people request a lot of Ace Combat stuff. And I have heard a few songs. Zero is definitely the song that would be most likely to be done when I get to Ace Combat. I will say when I get to Ace Combat, because it's one of the series I do plan on getting to eventually. And Zero would probably be the song. So, I'll say that much. Cooking Mama theme? Oh, speaking of that, another thing I forgot to mention completely. I know I didn't get... Hey, dog. I know I didn't get to the April Fool's song this year. Just didn't have time, so I'm going to double it up in 2019. We're going to have 2 April Fool's specials in 2019. Maybe same day. Maybe one the day before, one day after, or the day of and the day after. We'll see, but I am going to double it up in 2019. It's my promise to you. And I just had so much going on this year that I didn't have time, but you're going to get a double feature. And the next... I do have like a really, really cool April Fool's song planned, so you're not going to want to miss it. Are you going to do Don't Think Twice when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out? I haven't heard it, so I'll have to give it a listen. Nintendogs. There's so many things that would make a good April Fool's special, but there's one I'm definitely gonna do, and the other one I'm gonna decide on. What's your favorite music that I've done? Ravioli Clarkson gets asked a few times every stream. There's a lot. There's just so many to choose from. As far as this year goes, some of my favorites would be Revenge of Meta Knight remake, Courtney Gears. The Game Boy medley was really good. There's a ton. There's a lot of obscure stuff I did this year that I really, really love too. Save the World was like a really good song. I really enjoyed doing that one. Oh, Battle on the Big Bridge is one of my favorites from this year too. That one came out really good. I've always loved the song. Always wanted to do it. Loved doing the cover. The Highness one came out really good. But yeah, a lot of the obscure stuff from this year I really end up enjoying a lot. Sky High was great. Save the World was good. Even like the Battle 1 Mystic Quest was really, really just catchy and in your face. So I've been really happy with, I say it every year, but I've been really happy with the song remixes from this year so far. Any more Pokemon songs that you want to do sooner than later? There's a few. We did Gladion, we did Necrozma this year. Did we do something else obscure from Pokemon this year? I feel like we did. I know we did the Club Leader duel last year. And then we did Ronald's theme in the medley. But yeah, I'm probably going to go back a little bit for the next Pokemon song and pull something from one of the earlier ones. Oh, no, Mirror B was last year. But it was kind of on the tail end of last year. So yeah, I'm probably going to go back a little bit for the next Pokemon song as far as my own personal choice goes. If something gets drawn in a Patreon drawing or something, then we'll do that too. Or if something's really popular on the song ballot, I will look at that as well. But yeah, I'm probably going to go back a little bit. Because Sun and Moon has a really good soundtrack, I think. But I felt like Gladion and Necrozma, and there's a couple others, like I think Lusa, is it Lusa Mine or Lusa Mini? I don't know how to say her name. Can't say I played Sun and Moon. But her theme, and there's like another song or two from Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon that are coverable. But I prefer a lot of the older Pokemon stuff as far as the main line goes. Whee! Any opinions on the Monster Hunter World soundtrack? Timothy Fratelli. Fun stuff about Monster Hunter. So, I've never actually gotten super into a Monster Hunter game until recently. I was looking for something to kind of tide me over until Smash Ultimate came out. So I've been playing a little bit of, not World, but what is it? Generations Ultimate on Switch. And I really, really dug it. Heard a lot of songs that I never heard before from the series that I really liked. My personal favorite probably would be, and I'm not talking about World, I'm talking about Ultimate Generations. I don't know if the songs in World are returning songs or not. I can't say I've heard a lot of the World soundtrack, if any of it, but from Generations Ultimate, which I've been playing and really enjoying, I think Astalos, the black and green dragon, or whatever it is, his theme is really, really cool. And I know Falcone's already done a really great cover of it, but that's one I would consider. There's a few others I have on like the Patreon request list and stuff that are in drawings that could happen, but I don't think anything from World though. I always assumed all the stuff from Monster Hunter were kind of like slight rearrangements from older Monster Hunters. But yeah, I think Astalos, the one that goes like what is it? That one's really cool. McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure. I already did McBoss. That game has a good soundtrack though. Lightning Battle is playing for a second time. That means I've begun the loop over. Let me see if I can get you something different without iTunes freezing. It's probably gonna freeze. iTunes has been freezing on me when I stream lately. I don't know why. It's never done that before. But I did a patron stream yesterday, and that's when it started doing this crap. Yeah. Lightning Battle's a good song. Well, I remixed the Halo theme. It's been a while since the Halo theme's got a lot of attention. It's always possible, always possible. I know I did it in GaMetal, or God Medley, so we'll see. What does that say? Wilfreeze? Battle theme from Drawn to Life, very underrated. I've been seeing some Drawn to Life requests. I don't know if it was that one in particular, Burbda, but yeah. Tito, just let me know. Love my tracks. Always add hype to them. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to future tracks. Thanks, Tito. I'm assuming you're leaving, and if you are, have a good day. Can you make a remix of Super Mario 64 Slider? You know, I've never really thought about that. That'd be a good song to do. I would say a lot of people don't really cover that one. I mean, well, everyone's covered it, but lately anyways. I'll think about it. Metopia soundtrack, nothing else to say, says Kaizor. I talked about Metopia a little bit earlier. There's one song in particular everybody wants that is definitely on my probable to-do list. Yeah, it's been a while since I've heard Slider and stuff, or at least remixes. Will we see things from Devil May Cry or Mortal Kombat? My wife is a big Mortal Kombat fan, and she's always asking me about Mortal Kombat stuff. And I always say Mortal Kombat music, outside of the movie theme, has always been a little bit on the ambient side. So there's not really much Mortal Kombat songs that I've heard that I think would be a good remix. Good remix potential, I mean. But I'm always keeping my eye out, because I would like to hear a Mortal Kombat song that I think would make a kick-ass remix. What was the other one you asked? I missed it. I forgot. Where did it go? Devil May Cry. Yeah, there's a couple songs from that get a lot of requests too. So, up for consideration. Gangplank Galleon May Madness Remix. I'll consider it for 2019. We do have K-Roll and Smash after all. It would make sense. Ooh, any songs from Splatoon planned for 2019? Yes, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. There's one in particular I want to do. Actually, there's like 2 or 3 I want to do from Splatoon 2 if I want to be honest, but definitely one. Can you make a remix of Dire Docks? That's another good Super Mario 64 song. That would be cool to do. We'll see. We'll see. Mystery Dungeon? No Bleeder? Again, another game that has songs requested from it, and I have heard a couple that would make for good remixes. So we'll see. Hello, Saludos555. Sue. Mortal Kombat Armageddon's Hell song is rock heavy. I love that song. Can't say I remember it, but I'll take your word for it. Simon's theme or Richter's theme now that they are finally in Smash. Yeah, I definitely got to do more Castlevania stuff now that they're Smash guys. They're going to be getting more attention than they have been. Live a Live songs not named Megalomania. This blew mine. Megalomania is the song from Live a Live. Is it Live a Live or Live Alive? Or live, or maybe Live Alive or Live a Live. I always say Live a Live. Megalomania is the main song people want from that game, and I always see it requested. So I will say when I do get back around, because we did that in the SNES medley at the end of 2015. I do want to do a full version of that, so that's definitely gonna happen sometime. I like how Danish said, I say Live a Live, but I still have to read it. Yeah, that's probably going to be the next one. I can't say I have anything else planned from Live a Live, but I also can't say I've listened to too much outside of it. Outside of, I think I did an Atmacoustic or 2 from that game, so. Let me take a breather. Ever consider an iconic themes of gaming 2? A God Medley 2 is what I think you mean. There's a lot of untouched icons out there. Yes, I have considered a God Medley 2. I'm considering if and when I get back around to doing another God medley. Maybe I'll do like a kind of like how I did Sonic Fan Medley and have everybody vote and pull the top song from different series. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. So I'll give it some thought. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a God medley too. Damn, Kishoro, thank you for the 50. Again, euros or pounds, I always mix them up. Completely forgot about this until now. Hope you're doing well on this day. I am doing just fine, sir. Thank you. Only question I have is, what are some of your favorite 2018 God medals of this year? Use this money wisely. And it went off my screen. Use this money wisely, like spending it on Monster Boy, because it's great. Maybe just because you donated just so much just now, I will buy Monster Boy just to play it for you. But, it's pounds? Europe money. Yeah, Europe money. That's a good way to say it. Been over it a couple times on the stream already, but since you just are joining us, Kishoro, who is also one of our fine moderators on the Discord and Twitch, some of my favorites from this year. Again, it's hard for me to think of 50 songs off the top of my head and go through them, but there's a lot from this year that I really like. Lightning Battle, Egg Dragoon, Egg Reverie, that little duo came. Really, all the songs from this year. The two collaborations, the one with Shout Out and the one with Insane, Hydrosity and Unknown for Me, both came out really good. Courtney Gears was awesome. Battle on the Big Bridge was really good. Title Rush was really good. Save the World, Battle 1 Mystic Quest, the Game Boy medley was good. There's just a really good amount of songs this year that we've done that I really liked. So it's hard for me to pick just one or just even a top 3, but those are in there somewhere. All-Star from Shrek. Oh man, I don't think, has that ever been in a Shrek game? I don't think it has. What is my favorite TV show? Here's a Family Guy. I am so stoked. Me and my wife are both stoked. King of the Hill is finally on Hulu. It's been one of my all-time favorite shows, and I think it still holds up extremely well. And one of my favorite things about King of the Hill is that it ended at a great time. It ended before it could get bad, or at least not enjoyable. Like every season of King of the Hill, except maybe the early stuff, because it's super rough around the edges, just really good. I can't say the same for South Park. I've always been a big South Park guy, but the later seasons have been a bit lacking to me. It's just not the same as it has been. I wish they kind of would have ended it before it got too old. Simpsons kind of had the same thing going on, where it was fine, and then it's been going on so long. Like, just stop. King of the Hill cut off at such a great time. It's just textbook when you should cut off something before it gets overdone. Hopefully I never end up that way with GaMetal. Yes, I'm married. I have a wedding ring. You are great, Johnny. See you. Thank you, Maxwell. Thank you for the compliment. Anybody else saying nice things, thank you. It's all very boosting for my self-confidence. But I don't want to get too egotistical, though. GaMetal forever! Thanks, Timing Zero. Whew. You know, I always tell myself before I do these, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this stream for like an hour and a half tops, then I'm going to get off here. But we're already approaching 2 hours. It happens every time we get to this near 2 hour mark. So I'm going to stick around, because right now it's saying for me we've been on for an hour 50. I'm going to stick around for another 10 minutes so we can cut this off at the perfect 2 hour mark. Or maybe a little bit before that if I get too worn out. But I'm hitting that point. I'm hitting that point where my voice box is starting to get a little stressed out from talking for 2 straight hours. Have you listened to some high quality rips? Of course. I mean, have you not seen the high quality GaMetal rip that got leaked on the Silva Gunner channel? If not, you should listen to it. They leaked some Wily Castle footage. I don't know how they got it, but they got to it. Feel very ashamed. We are approaching the 2 hour mark. Time does fly. I mean, I guess 10 minutes of that was the acoustic intro stuff, but Yeah, time does fly when we do these. Now I'm just like, I'm hungry. Every time I do these streams, I get hungry. My throat gets worn out. Yeah, the patrons leaked Wiley too to Silva Gunner. That's the only way. Let me check really quick since we're approaching the end of the stream. Make sure I didn't miss any super chat stuff. I don't think I did. Okay, we're good. Oh, good. I often feel bad for listening to my music for free, says the Brooksta. Probably gonna donate on the next album. Keep up the amazing work and don't feel bad. My commitment to GaMetal is to have it always be free for you guys because I know not everybody wants to pay for songs. And so, because of that, and because we have things like not only my YouTube income, which isn't much, but because we have things like the GaMetal Patreon doing so well, I'm able to do all these things for you guys for free. So please download them for free, and it's all on the website for free too. It is on iTunes and Spotify. I actually haven't talked about iTunes and Spotify at all this stream. I'll touch on that in a second. But while it is on iTunes and Spotify, the full releases are always available on Bandcamp after the end of every year. And throughout the year, you can download stuff on JonnyAtma.com for free as well. So you don't have to pay for stuff on iTunes and Spotify. Of course, you have to pay for the Spotify account, but it's up there. Let me talk about Spotify for a quick second and iTunes. I do want to do that a little more quickly than I have this year. This was the first year I did iTunes and Spotify. I could, but I'm just going to go ahead and say I'm not going to put the medleys on iTunes and Spotify because the way that works is I had to require a license for each composition that gets remixed. So, excuse me, whenever I do a medley, they tend to have, excuse me again, I'm going to stop drinking this water so I can quit burping. Whenever I have to submit for a mechanical license, it has to be per composition. So for a medley, take NES medley or Game Boy medley for instance, they have 15 compositions in them. So in order to put my stuff on iTunes or Spotify, I have to pay for each composition. If I were to submit a medley, in this case NES medley or Game Boy medley, it would cost me $150 for that medley alone, which is it's just way too much. You're looking at $300 just to get those two songs up on iTunes, Spotify. But again, you can always get them for free on JonnyAtma.com, but they won't be appearing on iTunes, Spotify. I can also make them free on Bandcamp too, so that's why, in case you're looking at, it also happened with Dreamland Invasion for the Kirby Adventure medley, because there was 10 songs on that, I think. It was a high number. It just would have cost too much to put up there, when you can just get it for free on Bandcamp or JonnyAtma.com. But yeah, so medleys won't be appearing on Spotify, iTunes. Dual and triple remixes will be. Like Decisive Locky from Ogre Battle 64. I don't mind paying for 2 or 3. So those will still be on there. But as far as the big medleys go, there's going to be confined to JonnyAtma.com and Bandcamp. So yeah. And Part 4, GaMetal Part 4, again, iTunes, Spotify, I've been releasing them in parts. 2018 Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Part 4 is going to be coming out very soon. Already submitted everything for it. So that should be out within the next few days, I think. And then after that, we're jumping straight to GaMetal 8, the next in the Roman numeral line. Since I've already paid for all the mechanical licenses for the different parts, I don't have to pay for them again. Thank God. So I can just submit for licenses for the last few songs of the year, and then get GaMetal 8 up in its entirety, except medleys, on Spotify and iTunes. So, yay. Whew. Okay. iTunes, Spotify spiel out of the way. Sebastian, will I upload an original song? I've been thinking about this lately. I get asked about this every stream as well. I do want to do an original song. Maybe I'll do that next year. I do want to do something original. Because people ask about it, and I used to do a lot of original stuff, but I haven't in a very long time, just because I've been committed to GaMetal, so I'll look into doing something original for you guys next year. Bill Ding, ever consider something from the Revenge of Shinobi, or Ease? I think I said it right this time. Memories of Celcita? And your message went away because of my screen. Let me look up. Your style would fit some of the songs from those very well. There are, I believe, more Shinobi songs planned, or at least one song. I don't know if it's from The Revenge of Shinobi. I can't remember. As far as Ease, I used to say Y's because it very clearly says Y-S, but it's actually pronounced Ease. Is one of those series that has a ton of great songs that are coverable. We did one, I think it was last year or the year before. So I do want to do more E stuff. I mean, it wasn't the most popular song that I've released, but that's okay. I mean, we fulfilled some people's wishes. So I do want to do more E stuff in the future. Whew. Star Kami Theater. Trying to find people I haven't answered yet. What inspired me to do more, to make metal remixes of video game songs? Well, I've always used to play in metal bands and stuff, and my guitar style has always been rock and metal oriented. Always been a fan of game music. The two just kind of combined naturally for me. I started in 2005. If you want like the deep backstory, JonnyAtma.com, look at the bio section. But to kind of just gloss over it really quickly and not take up 20 minutes, my love for video game music and my rock background just kind of combined those into one and started doing stuff. I started with like the Contra music in 2005. Wasn't very good, of course, because I wasn't as experienced. But then I started up for real in 2009. Again, very rough sounding. Didn't really get to a sound where I can say I'm super proud of until maybe 2015, but I feel like I really started hitting my stride a little bit in 2016. 2017 and 2018. And again, I say this every stream, but at the end of every year, I feel very happy with the way I've progressed as far as sound goes. And I'm always at my favorite sound point at the end of every year. And I just feel like I've really nailed it at the end of this year, starting with Courtney Gears onward. I changed my sound mixing process up a bit and got it to where I just really like it. Feel like it's at a good level now. So, Victor Damasio. Where'd he go? Do you think you should do Cuphead? Cuphead's kind of fallen off the face of the planet recently. Back when it came out, I got a lot of requests for it. So, I might in the future, but we'll see. Megabytes going now, Johnny. See you in the next song. Have a Merry Christmas, fantastic New Year. Same to you as well, Megabytes. Thank you for watching the stream. Any more Ogre Battle songs planned? Says Soul Herald. Not at the moment, but always up for consideration. I really did dig. My dog is barking at nothing. I don't think she likes Ogre Battle. What's wrong? You like Ogre Battle? Come on now. I was really pleased. I was kind of worried about Decisive Locky because when I heard it, I was like, it's kind of short. Doesn't have much to it. But it's actually been one of my favorite obscure songs that we've done this year. So, I'll definitely look into it. But I was really pleased with Decisive Locky. Hey. This is Jujubee. She's my little dog. My big dog's in the background. He's a black lab. He's kind of hard to see because of the light. But he's looking out the window right now. What's wrong? I'm getting off soon. She probably needs to go to the bathroom. Alright, we're crossing that 2-hour mark. I'm gonna take 3 more questions. Preferably from people I haven't answered yet. And then I'm gonna hop off here. Not really a question. Victor, I kind of wanted Mock Rider for Smash before the Grinch leak. I do like that song. The Mock Rider song is pretty cool. That's always kind of been one of those obscure ones I've thought about, but it always leaves my mind just because it never gets brought up. But that's a good song request, Victor. All right, 3 questions people I haven't answered. As far as requests go, always remember, everything's up for consideration. Enter that most wanted song in the 2019 song ballot. Link should be in the description by now. Whew. Sea Dog, sorry if I'm spamming, it's okay. Like I said, I can't see everything, so trying my best. Do you think I'll ever do some Halo stuff in the future? Yeah, I did. If I were to do anything, it would definitely be the main theme first, just because that's the most known song. It's definitely the song I'm most familiar with from Halo. I never really played a lot of Halo. I did play a little bit of the first and second one, multiplayer with my friends. So I can't say I know a lot outside of the main theme. But yeah, always up for consideration. Nerdbot, I've accepted my question, won't get answer. What's the question? Because you've got my attention now. And I don't think I've answered a question from you. I'm waiting on you, friend. Starblacks, man, we gotta know when is Pikmin coming? Okay, I'll tell you what, Starblacks. I'll tell you what. I will try my damnedest to do a Pikmin song in 2019. I will try my hardest. Because you've been wanting it. Pikmin fans have been wanting it. I will try my hardest to do a song from Pikmin next year. Fill out that ballot, and I'll check out some of those songs. Sorry for constantly spamming this. Ever considered covering some Toho songs? A GaMetal cover of some songs like Flowering Night or Lunar Dial would be pretty sweet. I did actually talk about this earlier in the stream. I'm going to assume you missed it, and that's fine. 2 Toho songs are coming. Confirmed on the to-do list. I don't want to spoil them, but 2 of them are on the confirmed to-do list, and they will be coming in early 2019. I will say that much. So, you're in luck, Nerdbot. Are you going to do more stuff with 8-Bit Drummer? Eric Loveless, yes, I would love to. I do have something I think would be right up his alley. I just need to get back in contact with him. So, yeah, I would love to do more stuff with Jared. Whew. Let me do 2 more questions from people I have not answered. Jim Bob Doohickey. I love that name. Any more Ace Attorney songs ever coming? Or, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's probably Danganronpa. I have seen requests from that series. I have heard a couple, and I have liked them. Up for consideration. More Ace Attorney stuff will definitely be coming. Every time I do an Ace Attorney remix, it gets a lot of love and praise. So that's one of those staple series, Ace Attorney, that I'm always going to return to. I want to do something that's not a Pursuit theme, because we've always done Pursuit songs. So yeah, more Ace Attorney stuff is going to be done. Let's do one more question. I'll go back over it again, Dimitri, when I get one more question, just to cap off the stream. Ooh. I think I've answered a question for you already, Victor, but have I ever played Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures? I haven't played it. I've heard a lot of the songs from it, and it does have a very good soundtrack that I have considered some songs for. Alex Bordagas. Or Bordages. I know you're in Canada, so I think maybe I pronounced your name in French. Bordages. I don't know. I think you told me before, and I forgot. I'm stupid. The next possible medley. This is a good question, because there are a few different things I've been considering. As far as console medleys go, again, I don't know if I'm going to do another game medley, as in not GaMetal, but a medley based on a series. You know, I did 2 Sonic fan medleys. I've done 2 Mega Man medleys. And eventually, I'll get back and do either a 3rd Sonic or a 3rd Mega Man medley. But I would like to do a different popular game medley, maybe something like Mario, Pokemon, something like that. I would like to do that sometime next year. And as far as console medleys go, there's a few. The 3 I'm tossing around are Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, and PlayStation. I think those would be very solid console medleys to do. As far as if I'm going to do a console medley or a video game series medley first, I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought. But yeah, it'll probably be something amongst those lines. I think before I do another Mega Man or Sonic medley, I would rather do a different game first, just to mix things up a little bit. Ugh. When am I going to do Etrian Odyssey? I've been waiting to hear more from you. That's one of those game series that has really good songs. So I would like to do more Etrian Odyssey in the future. Nothing confirmed at the moment, but I'll look into it. Alright guys, we've hit the 2-hour mark. My throat's killing me. Not really, I'm fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. I appreciate everybody that was able to watch and participate. If I missed your question, put the logo up here just to emphasize. If I missed your question, there is a GaMetal Discord, and my screen froze. There it goes. Okay. There is a GaMetal Discord. Link is in the description of not only the stream, but it should be in every video description as well. There is a Ask Jonny channel. Ask me whatever you want there. I'll answer it as soon as I can. I look at Discord constantly, so I'm always there. I work on the computer, so. If I didn't answer you here, ask me there, and I will happily answer whatever question you may have. Just to go back over everything from the top of today's stream. Let's see. We had a great year. Thank you for that. Make sure you check out the GaMetal Patreon. Patreon.com/GaMetal. Link should be in the description. It's on the beginning of almost every video on that card that says help support GaMetal. If you want to help me in one of the most helpful ways possible, supporting me financially through Patreon is such a big help, and ensuring that I have all the time that I do have to work on all this stuff. And also you get cool rewards on top of that. So check that out. I would really appreciate it. GaMetal gear is moving to Teespring. I'm moving from TeePublic to Teespring. You can get the main shirt design. Right now it's the only one. We are working on more designs. Hopefully we should have that throughout the month if everything plays out correctly. So keep your eye on that. The next big project in development is SideQuest 2, coming early 2019. The song ballot is the big thing I wanted to reveal today. Check the description. I'm also going to put it in the description of every post, every new video from here on out. The song ballot goes till the end of the month. This will influence a lot of my song choices in 2019. Not all of them. And I'm not just going to pick the top most requested. Of course, I will end up doing the most requested. But I'm also going to look through it, read every entry, and why you want to hear those songs as well. So it's not just going to be the top stuff. It's going to be some of the stuff in the middle and maybe stuff on the lower end as well. So I strongly encourage you to not just pick what you think is the most popular, but what is truly and honestly the most wanted song you want to hear me do in 2019. So that's the big thing. Again, Atmacoustics, Twitch, Discord. I think all of those are in the description. I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and go eat something, because I am starving like I always am after these streams. Thank you all so much again for everything you've done for myself and the GaMetal community on every platform, be it YouTube, Patreon, Twitch, Discord, Twitter, whatever. Every little thing you guys do helps in the grand scheme. So thank you one last time. I'm going. You all have a wonderful night, morning, afternoon, whatever time it may be where it is. I hope you're pumped for Smash Ultimate, because I know I am. I might do a Smash Ultimate stream on Twitch tomorrow. Keep your ears and eyes posted for that. I'll fill you in on Discord and Twitter and stuff. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. By the way, next song should be done. I'm trying to get it done by this weekend, if not, very early next week. So keep your eyes and ears out. Thank you guys. And the end card, which is always messed up. And of course, here I am, trying to turn this up on iTunes, but I can't because iTunes just freezes every time I stream now. You guys have a wonderful day.